We have all been in that situation where you've just started the round and you're beginning to build up your economy and infrastructure. Then, out of nowhere, from the fog of war, appears 50 musketeers. And that's it, game already over, just like that. Well, I might be able to help you out with situations like this. I've got 6 tips that can help you fend off that toxic rush. Herding hunts is probably the most important thing to do to ensure the survival of your villagers. Hunting is very simple and easy to do, but just requires you to remember to do it every now and then. So hunting is literally just shooting an animal in a herd in a direction you want it going, and the whole herd will follow. You want to keep your herds near your town centre or outposts, or at the very least behind your base. This is so your villagers don't get killed by a raid. It's good to herd in other hunts that are near your base, with 1 or 2 villagers per herd. This is so when your first hunt has depleted, you can move on without the worry of sending all of your villagers out to the unknown. If you lose your villagers, you will lose the game. Exploring is a key factor to making sure you have the correct unit composition. If you scout out a stable, then you know they will be making hussar. If you didn't know about this and trained a couple of batches of skirmishers, those units will quickly become toast. So, if you scout out the opponent early, you will know what you need to build. So, in this case, either pikemen or musketeers. Having the correct unit type is one of the most important things. It means you can shut down that rush with ease, even if you have a smaller mass. As soon as you've aged up, you want to be building either a barracks or a stable, depending on your playstyle and your opponent's playstyle, which you can find out from scouting. As soon as your military building has been built, you want to get 1 unit in queue. You may want to train a full batch of 5, but again, it all comes down to whether you've scouted. If it looks like they will rush, then train a full batch of 5. If not, just cancel the 1 soldier in queue and put it back in queue. This is so if you're unexpectedly rushed, you can get out a full batch sooner than having to wait the whole time for a new batch. Minutemen are extremely powerful, but can be easily wasted if not used effectively. The best time to use them is when the opponent is in your base, behind or around your town centre. This is so they have to run around the Minutemen if they want to retreat. Minutemen, as soon as they pop, are very powerful because of their health, so keeping them with the opponent's army for as long as possible is important, before their health drains. You may be thinking, well, why would the enemy be sending their army to the CC? This brings me on to my next point. Location of buildings has more of an impact on the game than you think. It means you can control where the opponent's army has to go to get your villagers or army. Having a town centre near the front ensures that you can pop shipments and Minutemen on the opponent. This comes back to my point about the Minutemen. Because you have all of your buildings behind your town centre, your opponent has to move into your base to destroy the important stuff, meaning you can sandwich them with a batch of Minutemen and shipments. It's also important to keep all of your military buildings right at the back of your base, as if these get destroyed, you will be powerless. When the opponent pushes forwards with their mass, your first reaction may be to send out all of your soldiers to the front line. This may not be the best idea. Let them siege some of your buildings for a bit. Your town centre will be firing at them, doing some damage, so holding back your soldiers for a little bit to get out another batch could also change the whole fate of the battle. Also, if you've just aged up to the fortress age, then holding back to get veterancy upgrades could be wise. Then pushing them back with a full force with the addition of Minutemen could deny that rush. Hopefully some of these tips will help you out if you're struggling against rushes. If you found this helpful or entertaining at all, please consider a like, and just remember, every game you play, you will get better.